Hi everyone. I thought it was about time for me to do a 6-month update. Well, it's approximately 6 months since I took up cello again. So I've got some notes here to make sure I talk about everything I want to talk about. If you will recall, I had two goals when I took up playing the cello again. After a very long hiatus, 40-something years. The first one was to get into a local community orchestra, and the second one was to be at a playing level where I entertain myself, and I'll talk about that later here. So for the first goal, I mentioned, I think earlier in another video, that I joined a community orchestra, and there are about 120 people in this orchestra. It's very big, and including about 15 cellos. So a big cello section, which is great. I think I'm about middle of the pack for playing ability in there. I really enjoy going there each week. We practice once a week, and lots of really nice people in it, fellow cello players. It's great, and it's very laid back and forgiving. So it's not a lot of pressure at all. You know, everyone screws up everything. It's fine. Nobody cares. So it's great. The pieces that we're playing are very difficult, and it's challenging everybody. All the cello players are challenged by these pieces, and that makes it really cool in a way. I like being challenged, and I'm learning a lot by not just being in the ensemble and in the orchestra environment, which I miss from when I was a kid, but also the complexity and of the pieces are, like I said, very challenging. So it's helping me learn. We're playing things like The Force of Destiny by Verdi, which I'll play a little bit here so you can remember what it sounds like in case you've heard it before. There's a real difficult section in it like this. More like this. So as you can see, it's pretty difficult and hard for all of the cello players to play that part. So it's very challenging. I can kind of play these sections if I go slowly, but playing it up the tempo, it's difficult. But everyone's struggling with it, but we're working on it together and trying to get through it. So I really enjoy that. And also I joined a cello quartet, which is led by my cello teacher. We currently meet once a month, soon to be twice a month. It's great to play in this ensemble too. We play some nice quartet music. He's taken pieces that are for quartets and just take the parts and give it to each of the four cellos. So it's very logical. We're doing things like playing the swan, which is really neat. I might get a chance to play the actual lead in that. Right now I have, I think it's the viola part for it, which is really pretty. But you know, everyone knows the swan, right? Yeah. Anyways, that's the swan. And finally, I'm playing in orchestra at my church. Well, I say orchestra, it's really a small ensemble. There's one violin, me, one cello, a couple of flutes, and a few brass. But it's another opportunity for me to get used to performing, which is nice. In fact, we're doing the theme from Beethoven's Seventh Symphony, the second movement, which is actually a famous cello solo. So we're playing that as a prelude during the worship, and I'll play you a little bit of that. Everyone probably should remember this too. So that's nice, a lot of fun. I just started with that group. So for my first goal, which was getting into the orchestra, I'm very comfortable with the progress on that, and the other groups that I'm in as well. Actually, I'm a little swamped. I have so much things. I have probably 15 pieces that I'm working on right now for all of these groups, so that's kind of cool. But that's great. And during the holidays, I might pick up another gig or two for when opportunities come up where people need a cello player, so that'll be good. So first goal, I'm good. For the second goal, to be satisfied with my playing abilities such that I can entertain myself, well, that's still a work in progress. My intonation is improving, but it's still a struggle at times. And it's sometimes actually hard in the orchestra to hear myself. So I need to be able to play the right notes even when I can't hear myself, so I'm contributing to the good sound for the whole cello section. So intonation's getting better, but I still need some work. Bowing continues to be a bit of a struggle too. I have improved so that I can now bow straight a lot of the time, but I still find myself bowing at an angle sometimes. So I continue to work on the bowing. I'm not sure I've got bowing pressure down correctly either yet, so I'm still working on that. So all of this boils down to getting a good sound out of the cello, which continues to be a focus of mine, right? I'm occasionally getting a good sound out of it where I'm satisfied with it, but other times I sound terrible, sound squeaky, scratchy, so I'll keep working on that as my focus. I believe my technique now is, especially in the upper fingering positions, and maybe overall, has surpassed what it was when I was a kid, which is good. But bowing and overall sound is maybe not quite what I used to be at for level. Of course, maybe I just can't remember accurately 40 plus years ago. So I don't know, maybe I'm close. One thing that helped me recently was to take a 1 week break. We went on vacation, and that was an excuse for stopping playing for a while. When I started up again, I had new energy and had opportunity to correct some bad habits, or start working on breaking them anyways. So I recommend a pause occasionally when you're playing. I think it's a good thing. So I think that's it for my update for now, and thanks for watching. Bye.